Still getting started. Hold on. Stop it. Oh, no. Shut up, shut up. I need to figure. Hold on. Get back. Back. Shut up. Sorry. Just setting some other stuff up, so. Just having a little bit of trouble with the cellular phone. Okay. So there's that. Now I need to start up over here. Stop. Okay. So let's see. All right. Looks like I'm getting set up. Let me just put my glove back on. Chatting. All right. Hello, everybody. I'm back. It's nice to see you all again. I skipped last Tuesday's art stream just because I wanted to work on this model, and also just other factors like the daylight savings and just like some life stress involving the car, as I mentioned before. I was definitely complaining about that car a lot lately, but I got it back last Wednesday, so thankfully there's that. And it seems to be functioning okay, but yeah, so it's my first art stream with the model. Hopefully things go alright. I know it's less strenuous than the gaming stream, but yeah, so let's just go ahead and get to the art channel. Today I am looking to do some I'm looking to do some fan art chibis of a few streamer friends, I guess. Not sure if it's presumptuous of me to say that, but some people have been watching a lot lately. I thought I'd make a couple of chibis for them. So one of them is going to be for Dami Draws and the other's for VOD K. So if anyone's curious. But yeah. I do have some like little pen sketches that I've done earlier. Hold on, this music's a little loud for me, so I don't know if it's loud for you guys, but it's hard to concentrate on this. I really need to get that one stream or get into some audio filters. I noticed that last Wednesday the gaming audio was like way louder than my mic audio, and I think that kind of messed things up pretty badly. Like, it wasn't horrible throughout the entire stream, but especially around the end when I was around the Ginso tree, it was like really bad because I rewatched my gameplay of the Ginso tree. Yeah, I was kind of like pss, 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 and it's like dun 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 dun, and it just like sounds like a muttering throughout the entire thing, which sucks. But yeah, so I'll try to improve that for next time. But yeah, I definitely want to do more gaming streams. That was really fun. It's also just a lot easier, I noticed, it's a lot easier than art streams, I noticed. I can basically just react to what I'm seeing. Like, I know I probably wasn't giving off the best or the most interesting commentary, but yeah. All right. Sorry, let me focus on this. I'm doing VOD K right now. So let's tilt this a bit. Don't want to be too offset. Okay, so this is a little torso. This should be one leg. Yeah, this leg's kind of actually... The torso should be longer for these chibis. But, yeah, so... Okay, and then we can do a little leg right here. Okay. Yeah, so hopefully it doesn't look cursed instead of cute. Alright, so give a little more detail to the torso. Also, let's get the line because she's... Yeah, let's get this little line down here. Alright, and there's little arms. And hopefully I should be able to do 2 this stream. Like, it doesn't take too long to do like a chibi, though if I put more effort into the line art, then it'll be a bit longer, admittedly. Just kind of blocking out some these dumbbells. Just trying to make them look somewhat connected. Ah, crap. How about the bars bending a little bit? Because I know that sometimes the bar bends for dumbbells. Like, I was never really a big fitness person, but I do. You know, I did take, like, fitness in high school. It was actually required, so... Wasn't a big fan of that class, admittedly. But especially the time when we had to do yoga, I really hated that one. And the track and the running a mile. I definitely was not a fit person back then. Like, not at all. Oh, sorry. Not at all. Nope. But yeah, so I did like doing squats though. That I actually could do lift a bit there. So yeah. But yeah, nowadays I push carts for a living, so that's how I make my money. So it's not like I don't do any exercise these days. Probably a lot stronger now than I was then. All right. Sorry, need to get this head angle in. I want her head to look up a little bit cockily, in a little bit of a cocky manner. I also need to mark out where her pigtails will be. So, but yeah, initially I was planning on doing like more of these like little fan art chibis, like as a 1 hour warm up or something. But again, since I have such a low endurance, streaming endurance, I never really got around to it. Yeah, I still struggle to do 2 hours. I actually didn't have that much trouble for the gaming stream, though I knew that my voice was starting to hurt a little bit around the end, so yeah. I don't know, I really like Ori and the Blind Forest. It's a game that I was really into back in high school, so you know, I was a big fan of the art and everything. I never actually finished it, which is probably an odd thing to say right after I said it was a favorite game, but I swear I played most of the game, yeah, so you know, I played most of it, but I just always stop at the... Oh my god. Sorry, didn't mean to zoom out right then. There. Just messing with my toggles right now, so... Okay. Alright, so... This, silhouette might... You know what, I'll fill block and everything. Just so, doesn't look too odd. Of course, I want to do it lately, but... It might simplify the process a little bit. Alright. Got the little neck. Then we can do our dumbbells. Okay. Okay. We can fill this in. All right. And I'll just mark out the basic shapes again, so. Yeah. I feel a little bad about calling this person other Verdian, so I'll probably like stop. I don't know, they seem pretty nice. I'm fine if they did it back, because it's kind of funny with our names being so similar, but they haven't, so I'm just not gonna. I'll probably just lay off it. But yeah, if they choose to, I don't mind. It's just funny. So, oops. I'm not always the best with torsos crouching forward, by the way, so. Also, these legs are still a bit long for what I'm supposed to be doing here. Alright. By the way, as about the V-Ride model, I was kind of set on thinking about leaving the outfit as is, because like it did come out all right, but I mentioned this earlier, didn't I? Yeah, yeah, just like it probably won't hurt to try again with the outfit. Not right now, but maybe in a few weeks. I think once I get my gaming stream assets done, I'm just gonna do the chrysalis art piece. Like, it's starting to warm up and get very springy, so probably a good time to do that. Man, my hair's like flying everywhere. Oh no. Sorry. Let's see if I can knock it back to. Oh boy. Yeah, it's like when I try to do this on purpose, it doesn't go over my shoulder, but now that I'm just like drinking some coffee, it's like you have to fly all the way up. Yeah, it looks a little crazy. Hold on, let me try. I got nope. Nut cracking. Oops. Come on. This should not be so scuffed on the first art stream. Oh no. I mean, it's a little bit of a vibe, but just looks. It also looks a little stupid. Yeah. Man. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do about this. But yeah, I did kind of just jump on Verdi and K's streams initially, partly because I was looking. Oh, nice reset. But well, part of it initially I was in the Mario Kart mood, but also, I saw the Verdian. It's like, hey, finally another Verdian. I don't know. I know some people like are nervous about like finding people with similar models or looking too similar. Personally, I'm actually kind of looking forward to finding my VTuber twin, as dumb as that sounds. I don't know. I haven't found anyone that looks too similar to my character. Of course, with the current look, I might find someone, but I am like planning on getting the outfit to be a little more similar. I also need to figure out how to get a wide brim hat. I imagine that would go into the accessories portion of the V-Roid section, but I'm not sure. I also looked on Booth to see if I can find anything I can just buy. Like, usually the stuff like hats aren't necessarily too expensive, I realize. So, or some of the assets that people upload, but I want something that actually fits. All right. How about I lift this up a bit? Normally the shoulders shouldn't be too noticeable with these things, but this is a person who likes fitness, so maybe it might not be the end of the world. But yeah, I probably don't want to get too detailed with the chibis since they're meant to be so simplified. Like the original iterations of these chibis are actually supposed to be really extreme on the stubbiness, but I kind of struggled with like expressiveness on them, so I started getting a little more detailed again. But yeah. Yeah, I think it's with Cheer Chibi I started like lengthening the limbs again, at least the arms. Okay. And I can have like a little... give her a little bit of a cocky look. So... wondering if I should like size the head up though. Hold on, let me just... I should probably open one of my other chibis real quick. See if the proportions are getting a little too off. Yeah, I should probably like make the head bigger. It's a little too small right now. Okay. Yeah, I can adjust the silhouette again. The eyes might be a touch small, but... maybe I could size the eyes up too. Like originally the eyes weren't supposed to be too big, at least for adults, because that is partially how I try to distinguish children from adult chibis. Like children are supposed to have like eyes that are too big for their head. I don't know, I thought that'd be cute, but... yeah. You know what, let's just flip. Oh yeah, this little bit off right here, so... Of course the head here is kind of looking up. So... you know, I want it to look alright. And give her a little eyelashes. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Just shave a little bit off right on the chin here. Okay. Normally for chibis, you're not supposed to see too much of the neck, but since when they look up, obviously the neck will be seen. Yeah, I don't want to worry about anatomy too much, but it's hard not to. Alright. This might help the shape if I have this like little divot inside. Yeah, so. Okay. Also, I want to get that bar. So, let's just doodle it. And have it bent, of course, as I said before. You know, bending under the weights. Wait till the weights, as some may say. Anyways. You know, let's say, make sure to save, so. C, K, J, C. Okay. Yeah, it's probably a... Alright. You know what, let's just fill in the eyes right now. I think the highlights are making it look a little off right now, so may as well simplify. Alright. I do have some references open, but I can't see them at the exact moment. I'll have to like look away from OBS when I do that, or just copy and paste into the program. Okay. All right. Yeah, let's just fill those in. And I'll just draw in the little Cheekies. Very cute, very cute. Alright, this should be the... Oops. I'll mark this as the top of the forehead right here, so... And you know, since the bar is bending, I should probably tilt these. Alright. Hold on, I'm just gonna check something real quick. Just nothing important. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think it's time to pull out the reference image, so... I haven't entirely dropped Chrome yet, because I guess I'm too lazy to re-log into Discord. It's been my main issue, I guess. Anyways, let's just kind of scribble out these hair. So, split. There should be a bit of a split for the ponytails. And I also need to size up the sketch. And this bangs kind of split in the middle, so... Yeah, so... Should be about here, I think. And do this. Alright. And I'll just do her normal hair. As you can see, she also has squid hair, so... I don't know about this top right now. Little top bit right now. Alright. I'll scribble this out. Okay. We can have a little split here. Of course, that, again, you don't want to get too complicated with this art style. You know, gotta simplify and all that. Okay. I'm just gonna mark out her clothes too. So, toot, toot. Okay. Okay. Alright. You don't want to do the pants. Yeah, just mark out where the stripes would be. Yeah, I'll have to... Hold on. Nope. Oh boy. Okay. Man, I need to peer pressure some of these guys into putting up proper references. I mean, the current thing I'm looking at right now isn't too bad, but that's for some merch, I think. So, but yeah, I don't know. I don't really have like a proper reference for either of our subjects today. So, all right. Maybe both of them got really nice, really pretty models, characters, so... You know, it'd make it easier for people to have fan art. Trying to speak. Alright. Alright. And let's get this shape out. Okay. No, I think the bar is supposed to actually poke through the weights. Yeah, just remembering my old gym classes. I think I did try to go to the actual gym before too with my mother when I was probably still in high school maybe. Or early college. No, it's probably around high school, I think. Because I don't remember where my gym clothes went. But yeah. And it fell over again. Oh my god. Yeah, one bad part about this hair is that it's just the length is some... Yeah, the movement of the hair is a little bit crazy. Anyways. You know, I think that might be an okay sketch. Let's flip it back. Yeah, it's looking alright right now. Anything else I should take note of? Let me slip to the other screen real quick. Yeah, I remember she's got some big shoes. I don't want to get entirely detailed with these outfits, just because, you know, getting the style is simplified, but... Alright. Give it a little bit of volume around here. Alright. And I'm going to... May as well start the other chibi as soon as I size this up. Okay, let's just move my mug out of the way. Everything's like really crowded right now. Yeah, I was kind of worried that my mic was too far away from me earlier, so I moved it back to the less convenient position. Okay. You know, like a little bit earlier, like right before I started the stream, I thought I would have had to delay it for technical issues, because for some reason the pen wasn't working on the screen properly. Like it was affecting the main laptop screen instead of this, and I forgot how to fix it, but you know, obviously I solved the issue, so it's not like I didn't have that problem beforehand, but you know, I was a little bit panicked. Alright, and how about I resize this canvas? So, change the canvas size, and maybe I can actually widen it a little bit, and I'll leave some space down here, because I could probably just move this down a bit. Yeah, the composition looks pretty okay here. So let's go to the next piece. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's get back to the OBS screen, just so I can see my chat window. In case anyone tries to strike up a convo, you know. So anyways, time for Dami's chibi. Let's zoom in, because I tend to start little with these. Alright. Here's the head. You go do. And then little leg. And this other leg being kind of bent. We have the shoulders. And this. And so this arm reaching out. Alright. So there's that. And of course, now that the head is looking down, it should probably have it closer down here. Alright. And I'll be honest, I didn't have many ideas today, because I should make these arms shorter. I just was short on ideas. Wasn't sure if I should work on my stream assets, because I forgot to do that. You know, I got distracted by this, so I'll have to try and do that between today and Tuesday, hopefully. Or I should say Wednesday, but yeah, if I forget to do it again, I'll just do it on Tuesday's stream. And then next Friday will be when I start that. When I can restart the Chrysalis stream. Anyways. So we mark out the chibi. You know, make it nice and floaty. Alright. This bent leg is looking a little weird. It's not... Oh, man. And we're just going to redo it. But it looks better on the little pen sketch that's right here, but... it's not the brush. Okay. Maybe like have the... I think it's supposed to be a little more squished. Maybe this, I'll do, God. I don't really like the legs both in general, so I'll redo both of them. So, okay. Okay, try to do both. Yeah, and this leg could be a little bit straighter looking, so a little bit closer together. Okay. You know, just make it kind of all mystical looking. And I think I have some references of this character too that I tried to take, but I think they have these like little floaty fabric thingies. There's a model showcase, I know, but I don't know how far these. I assume they start from the top, or like the shirt top, so probably start from here. I think I forgot to account for these on the sketch, so oops. But yeah. I actually drew this character before, but it's a little while ago, and I made up an outfit for that one, so. Okay. And they also have, oh, let's just focus on the face right now. Let's see. No, I'll cube it up. Alright. Big ears. Feature enough. You know what? I'm gonna draw a thumb winking. Okay. Okay. And you know, I normally put eyelashes on female characters, but this is a Dami draws character, so I think I'm like legally obligated to put the eyelashes on. Alright. So let's block out the body real quick. Let's put the head a bit lower. Okay. I think maybe right there could be okay. Let's flip it, of course. Okay. Maybe we could just draw out the little hand. Alright. I feel like these arms might be a bit long from what's normal, so I guess maybe I could try making them a little chubbier instead. But yeah, I should probably squish this in a bit. There. Okay. Alright. And let's pull up the reference again. I need to look at the shoes. Ah! Jeez. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Alright. Shoes. Shoes. Come on. Okay. Okay. Alright. And I got a little heel. Again, as I say before, don't want to complicate this a little too much, but you know, some characters just have a lot of detail. I need to put the sock lower so it doesn't ram into the shorts. Okay, look at that snapshot. They actually do have a model showcase. It's just like a video format though, so nope, too dark. Okay. So Okay. I think this head should be a bit longer. Let's clear out some of this lining so I can get a better idea of the shape. Alright. Alright, 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 okay. And the hairline will be up here. So, look back at the model showcase video. Okay, just want to get a decent representation for the hair. So, it's a whole lot looser like the characters I normally do, so. Okay. You know, like, really float crazy hair like Varia does. So. Okay. Okay, these ears probably are too big. Okay. Yeah, I'm personally someone who does more of the shorter ears, so it's a little bit out of my comfort zone. Alright. Let's flip it back around. Now I can do a secondary sketch. Okay. Now let's save the file real quick. So, yeah, spelling right. Jeremy draws JC for Jellybean Chibi. Okay. Okay, so let's do this. So oops. You know, let's just color this in. Oops, it's a little too big. Maybe make the chin a little bit less pointy because I want roundness. Okay. Give a little bit of a smiley look to the eye right here. Okay. Add a little eyelash. Okay. And how about this? Mark out the little eyebrows. Okay. Alright. Oops. Anyways, fill this in. Maybe I can give little marks here. I don't always get Chibis the little mark, but it does look quite cute, so. And also the little cheeks. I don't think this character's actual face is necessarily too complicated, so. Alright, let's get these ears marked out. So, got this. Shoop, shoop. Okay. Alright. So let's draw this out. Hopefully I can get the arm proportions to look a little bit better. Okay. Make them a little chubbier, I guess. For the kawaii. Yeah. Yeah, and my hair fell over again. Hold on. Okay, I got it back over. Alright. Oh. Sorry, just drink some water. I might get more coffee at some point. Like, I know I've been drinking a lot of coffee already. Like, this probably be my fourth cup. I'm also I really just like coffee. I don't know, maybe my next cup could just be a decaf, but you know, the caffeine addiction or coffee addiction in general. I don't know, I just like the taste, man. So okay. I don't think anything crazy just happened, so. Alright, so mark out those little feet. Alright. Hopefully these aren't too detailed. Admittedly, I'm not quite used to doing the legs for these chibis, because the person I normally draw is, well, me, and I always usually make sure to include the little ghost tail, so. I should probably make a little chibi with this outfit too. Kind of switching the design look, and this leg still looks odd. Okay. I should make it shorter, I guess. Alright, yeah, with perspective. Okay, so just mark these out. Yeah, these legs in general might be long. I just feel like I'm adding too much detail or too much anatomy to these chibis. I think it's been a little while since I completed one, actually, so. Let's simplify a bit. Okay. Yeah, just simplify it a bit more, I think. You know, make it chubbier and all that, so. Arm. Little thumb. Okay, just make it stubbier. Yeah, I haven't sketched out the threads yet. There's supposed to be some threads floating around, so. Alright. And swing on down. Okay. Yeah, it seems like it'll be okay. Mark out these little bits. Okay. Alright. Mark out the top. Alright. Shorts. Okay. Little stockings. And the shoes. Okay. And of course I need to get the hair done a bit more, so. Just gonna snap away from OBS, just a warning. Okay. Also, this hair looks a little too centered. It needs to be sideways. God, I hope I didn't do this back. I might have done this backwards. Like I did the hair when the canvas was flipped. It's usually not a good idea to do that, because tend to mess up the position. YouTube. Okay. Yeah, it's pausing my list again. I don't know if there's a way to prevent that from happening, so. I guess maybe I could look into some settings, but never truly know. Okay, let's do this bitch. Okay. There's a longer hair right here, I think. So, do this. There probably should be another bit right here. Okay. Mark out the split. Okay. Just getting everything marked out. Okay. You know what? And all right, all right. Okay. Can mark out this section a bit more. And we can have this little looping hair. Have this hair be a little free. And just kind of mark this bit out. It might not be perfect, but hopefully it should be satisfactory. Okay. Now flip it back and forth. Okay. Might be okay for now. So let's save and let's hop back to Viridian. So. Okay. Let me just check some things real quick. Alright. Okay. Yeah, so I'll do some, I guess I'll do the final sketch and then the line art. So, alright, I want to make this a little thicker. Can't see anything. Need a new layer. Yeah, I was doing it on the original sketch layer. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna make this shape out. Great. Actually, I'm not sure what her eyebrows are supposed to look like, so I'm just gonna hop to that. Yeah, they have a little bit of thickness to them, so I'm gonna make this a lot thicker though, because I tend to make the eyebrows a bit more solid in the sketch phase, so I can see them easier. Okay. Like a little. Actually, maybe this eyebrow should be a bit straighter. Or not eyebrow, but eyelash. Okay, so. Yeah, so. Make it a little straighter looking, because I think that's what's more accurate to the character. Okay. You know, I wasn't entirely, like, sure about sticking eyebrows on the female characters, because I know some people kind of complain about that kind of thing, but the thing is that the eyelashes are what some would call adorable, so I kept them in. Okay. Okay. All right. Mark this little section out. Okay. Sorry, my head's hurting a little bit. Probably not. Body isn't liking my chattiness right now. Not that I'm super chatty. I made a list of topics to talk about. The problem is it's pretty short, so it's like I probably should have added a bit more to that. Okay. Okay, let's just snap back to OBS real quick. So, yeah, I just want to make sure I'm watching the chat, so. I also tend to prefer to draw closed lines, so need to be careful not to leave open lines. Alright, let's see what some... And back to the reference image. Forgot to mark out the side hairs. I think a lot of people tend to have side hairs for their anime style characters. Okay, so I'll make 2 marks. Okay. Yeah, I'll just have that, leave that as is, I think. Okay. Let's just mark out this arm then. Okay. Remember to add this a little bit. Yeah, okay. Like I know I recently learned that I don't like sketching on stream, but however, I don't really mind doing these little chibis as sketches, because since they're relatively simple, and I can basically get them done a lot faster than other stuff. Alright. Okay, this lake looks messy. Alright, just forgetting what the shoe looks like. Oh yeah, a little bit behind here. Can round it up, off. Okay. Now I can mark the bottom, little shoe. Make sure that it's chunky. They're like chunky tennis shoes. Okay. Okay, you know what? This line is a little too crazy. Mark it a little further up. Okay. Alright. Just gonna check something real quick. Again. Sorry if you guys get sick of that. Sometimes I just really need to look at a bunch of different things. Okay, boy. You know, since last week, I was having issues with food because I tried to eat a little bit healthier and I would end up feeling like I was starving to death. I think I overcorrected this week because the stuff I've been like trying this stuff called potato mash, which is basically diced potatoes with onions, and also here's the unhealthy part. You know, it's basically cooked in a bunch of bacon grease. So yeah, I think I overcorrected with the breakfast I was making last week. And basically, the stuff from this week was pretty unhealthy, but yeah, the one problem is it's quite delicious. And it does kind of leave me feeling a bit fuller too, so I mean, I'll probably need to come up with something else, but once I finish off the bacon, of course. I still have a few pieces left, so I also still have quite a few potatoes, but I have been oh my god, I have been looking into doing hash browns, and then that's how I actually accidentally came upon the potato hash video. I also tried freezing my potatoes after part cooking them when because I heard that they'll like wind up sorry, they'll end up like coming out crunchier And I think that's true to an extent, but I tried doing that for an actual stir fry, and that stir fry kind of came out a little off, so. Of course it came out fine for the bacon grease. Of course it did. Yeah, there's probably a difference in how it ends up. Oh yeah, so here's a new playlist for streaming. Hopefully I don't get struck, but it's from 2020 is the thing. It seems like it was kind of a popular thing for streamers, though. Okay, let's block out these parts real quick. Mark out. You know, it probably doesn't need to be perfect here, but... Okay, hold on. Okay. Still want it to look kind of decent. Probably going to put a little bit more effort into the line art for these guys. Sorry, I just heard a cat outside. I hope he's not begging for his treats already. One of the cats, he like meows at the cupboard like constantly, and it kind of gets aggravating. Like he always wants his treats, but they're only really like allowed one dosage per day. Yeah, they're also the little catnip treats, so of course they like it. Alright. Let me check the nope. Reference again. It looks like she's got some eye details, like little. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm just I don't know why I keep needing to burp all the time. It sucks. And specifically only when I'm trying to stream. That's the crazy thing. Like, it's not normally a big issue, but except when I would talk a lot. You know, after I get this final sketch done, I'm going to get some coffee and more water. Alright, mark these little guys out. I also forgot the glasses. So, should probably do that. Okay. I'm going to keep them simple, though, so... For my sanity. Okay, how about... Of course, I need to apply some perspective. Perspective, yeah. Okay. Okay. A little bit downwards. Okay, so I need to look at this reference for a bit, so sorry if you leave a message on the chat. Just give me a moment. Okay. It's got kind of this sports top thing, so... Don't necessarily want to accentuate certain assets in the style too much, but... Alright, then we mark out the little pants. And of course these X straps. Gonna raise them up a bit higher. Okay. This little shape thing, and of course we gotta get at those stripes, so kind of even looking, I think. It might have been too big. Alright, let's just keep the line art a bit lighter, because I think that part was throwing me off. Okay. Now mark these little stripes out. Okay, 1, 2, the 3. Okay, good enough. Of course, we gotta establish these little sneakers a bit more. It looks like there's some kind of silver thing, so I'm just gonna draw out the circle right here. Thicken this. Okay. Alright. Okay. So let's get that scalp established. For scalp and the rest of the hair and all, of course. I think she's got little earrings right here too. Okay. Man, this bottle's kind of more detailed than I realized. You know what, I'll just leave off the little glasses details. It's gonna get too busy if I do everything, so... Okay. Okay. So let's get these little flower thingies. I don't know what they are supposed to mean. Kind of look like little flowers, though. Okay. Then I can start drawing out the hair. Okay. Okay, mark out this. This should be okay. Not the cleanest of final sketches, but it'll be fine, I think. Okay. Alright. Okay, no, it's not a turtleneck, so I'll do this. I'll mark out the neck here. Push it around. Oops. Come on. Alright. Yeah, hopefully this will be okay. So let's just save this real quick. And I'll head back to OBS, so... Yeah, I think I need a break real quick, so... Already an hour in, I mean, so... I'm not doing too bad. So let's just go back to the BRB screen real quick. Anyways, I'll turn off the mic pretty soon, and it'll give me like 5 to 10 minutes, so I'll write it down. Okay. BRB 5 to 10. 5 to 10. Or one that's a number in your text. Oops. Okay. Anyways, see you guys. I'll be back soon. All right, everyone, I'm back. Hold on, let me just handle my model. Yeah, my model still looks okay. Sorry, I didn't want you guys to come back to me being all like wonky and stuff. So, also, I've been thinking that I need to like add a little PNG with my little fish, because I think that's the big thing that's missing from this model, including the big hat. But yeah, the little fishies swimming around. I'm not entirely sure how to add that kind of thing in. You know, maybe that's something you add in Unity or something. But yeah, a lot of the stuff is just basically like a lot of the special things I want to get back to would probably require me to open Blender again, which I'm a little bit nervous about. So we'll see. Anyways, time for some line art. Lining. Okay. I don't know why I'm so thirsty right now. Just maybe my throat just hurts or something. It was like that yesterday too. Just like felt weirdly parched. Hopefully it's not like something serious. Like I know that some of my parents have been very sick the last few days, so hopefully I didn't really just catch anything. I mean, even if it did, it's probably not that serious. Okay. So I know I talked about my breakfast being very tasty earlier, though unhealthy. So the thing is, I've actually did try to get something healthy for it. You know, I got a blood orange yesterday, but when I opened it, the fruit was black for most of the orange. So it's I had to chuck it. It really sucked, man, because it wasn't that cheap of an orange. But yeah, I guess maybe I should have known better. My gut feeling was kind of nervous about those oranges. The thing is, the Vidalia onion that I got yesterday seemed really off too. I don't know, I worry that I just bought a bunch of, you know, rotten veggies. It sucked. Like, it looked like all the sweet onions are Vidalias, which is the thing. Like, I don't mind Vidalias, but they give less, like, onion meat. And I don't know, I just want that onion meat. So, like, I only had, like, one serving, ended up having, like, one serving's worth of onions. Usually I can, like, split into 3 different... I can, like, usually split one, like, sweet onion into 3 different meals. But yeah, not today. Which really sucked. I guess I'm about to go into the weekend, and I don't normally like cook for myself on weekends, so maybe on that, at least in that, it's not really a big deal. Man, my eyes were like hurting last night too, because I chose to cut my onion preemptively, and just like my eyes were burning. So I don't know if it was because it was a Vidalia or not. Like, I swear it's the onions I got before weren't Vidalias because they were just rounder rather than flat. And sweet onions don't normally hurt me that badly, so yeah, I'm not really sure what the issue was last night. You know, complained about my onion-based woes for a bit. Okay. You know, I'll just remove this little bit right here. Might be okay. Sorry, just checking the art. And then we'll mark out these areas. Alright. I'm gonna do this on a separate layer. Let's make this lining thick too. Alright. Alright. And let's go. You know, I still have my bananas too. I haven't eaten one today for a little bit. Yeah, I need to make sure to get through those. Yeah, I also like bought bad bananas initially too, though I didn't realize. But the second time I came back, they actually had fresh bananas at least. But you know, I put the remaining bananas that weren't messy into the freezer, so you know, maybe I could make some banana bread at some point. I never actually made banana bread before, but yeah, I'll just have to look for the recipe. Like, my mother has done that before, but personally I haven't, so might be worth to do that at some point though. Okay. Hopefully I'll have enough bananas there. I think I have like 3 or 4 available. They were pretty frozen solid the last time I checked. Now I still have like a frozen potato from the time I spilled water all over myself. From the time I cooked myself some food, but I think it's been in there too long, so I'm probably just gonna have to chuck it. You know, with how it's warming up, I might be able to just like throw it into the compost, so it might be worth doing that. Yeah, I guess we don't normally compost in the winter time because it just kind of sits there. You know, with the world basically being a giant freezer at that time of day, at that season. Man, this lining looks a little off right here. I don't know, not really sure how to fix it though, so I think it just made it worse. Okay. You know, this music isn't too bad. I wasn't entirely sure about it, but it seems to be alright. You know, I think the shoulder should be a bit bigger. Yeah. Alright. Okay, you know what, let's just mark out this ear. And I could start adding some weight to what's already available. Okay. Oops. Nope. Okay. Make sure I go down there. Or I can just start from this direction, you know. I usually like being able to see where my lines are. Because my hand has to block things. Uh-oh. Oh no. Are you serious? Hello? I'm offline. God damn it. Ah! Load, please. Nope. Oh my god. Yeah, turn it back on. Oh, come on. Yeah, turn it back on. Jeez. Yeah, come back. Connect. Yeah. Yeah, I know. God damn it. Please turn back on. Probably losing all my viewers now. Please work. Yeah, so I just realized they're still recording. My internet has just dropped, and it doesn't seem to be coming back on. Wait, did it come back? No, it shouldn't still be back. Yeah, I just, like, smashed my mouse repeatedly in rage, so if anyone's, like, wondering what the hell that sound was. So, it sucks, man. Anyways, I'll get... Oh, we're back. Am I back? Let me check. Come on. God, this better still stay on. Let me check the stream health. Come on. I guess the network is still a little stable, but God, I hope this still lasts. Boy. Anyways, I'll try to keep drawing, but this network isn't doing too hot right now. Hold on, let me restart the music. Sorry about that, everyone. God, I hate that when it happens. Yeah, it seems like it's just me here. Oh boy. Anyways, let's just... Oh my god. Yeah, I guess we'll try to keep drawing and hopefully things get better, but I am not sure. But yeah, I went ahead and continued on a little bit because I just couldn't do anything, so... yeah, it kind of killed the mood a little bit. No, let's do this with a thicker brush. Yeah. You can do this a little bit. Okay. Scroll up, please. Sorry. Is that the first time this happened on a Friday? Okay. I'm gonna need to start drinking the coffee soon, too. You know, I got myself some more decaf. Well, not decaf, but more on the decaf part. However, just more coffee. The addiction is real. The addiction is real. Anyways. Let's see. Oh, damn it. Let's just thicken this little section. And now erase this a bit. Okay. Alright. I guess I should start doing the... Probably not the best way to hold a bar. But I'm getting a little frustrated with it. Oh yeah, that's way too thick. I'll just use my handy dandy line. That's still too thick. 7? Okay. Okay. That's not what I wanted. Alright, oh well. Just bend this slightly. You know it's still too thick. Over here, should be 6. Okay. Yeah, it's all still the same layer. Oops. They're probably going to start thickening this upper area too. So. Do 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 do. Yeah, this music isn't too bad. It's not what I normally listen to, but sometimes the music I like to listen to is maybe a little bit harder, I guess. Like, basically maybe like a little more rock inspired. But I like other stuff too. Alright. You know, it's been a little bit since I've listened to any music. Just been kind of busy with other things. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, it's looking all right. I know this might seem a little weird to some people, but I tend to put down like a original line and then just go over it. And it's basically how I've done things since, like, for a long time. I get there's probably better ways to do that, but it gives kind of a unique look, I think. Okay. Oops. Alright. Ah. Okay. It should be fine. Let's kind of fill out. Nope. Let's go over the ears. Make that kind of a entire area. You know, it's not the area of focus or anything, so don't want to get too fancy with the lining. Alright. Let's see. You know what, I'm gonna erase more of this. Yeah, so just try to simplify things a bit. Maybe add the little band. I don't know. Maybe I don't really need to draw in the band either. Yeah, so sometimes these designs just get really complicated. So I have to cut out a few things. You know, I do that with my own character a lot too, and I'm just gonna flip this, because oh my god. Okay. You know, I think I used to listen to more music like this when I was still in my teens, like around high school. Like, I listened to a lot of Fox Stevenson, I think. But there's on YouTube there's like like there's some channels that kind of share a lot of music, and I don't think I can say the name on it on Twitch because, you know, the censorship's a lot harsher than it used to be. But yeah, I used to listen to a lot of electronic music from them. Like, they weren't the one that made the original music, but, you know, I find musical artists through them. Okay. You know, I'll just black out this stuff here. Let's see how it looks from a distance. Might be okay if I don't add too much stuff. I mean, I tend to black out areas with ambient occlusion sometimes. You know, I figured I'd just let the line art be more dominant here. I haven't really done something like that for a while. Anyways. gonna check my... Okay, let me check. Okay, the stream connection looks better. Knock on wood. You know, I just checked the stream health on Twitch. I usually stick to staring at OBS when I stream art, but... Or try to have my window on there. Okay, I went over this a little bit, so... Okay. Okay. Trying to make the arm a little thicker right here. Alright. Let's see if I can add the line depth, enough line depth with just the one run through. The reference I'm using for this person doesn't really show too much of the shoes. So, I'm not entirely sure what the details look like. I guess I should ask if they have a actual reference sheet ready. Because they probably do. I think they've been streaming for a while, but I just don't know where to look for it, so maybe I should point it out on Discord. It's like, hey, hey! But I wanted this chibi to be kind of a surprise, so I didn't ask. Okay. So, let's mark out this little area. There. And after the lining, I'm going to go back to Dami's chibi, so... Because I want to get both of them done. Like, I don't want to have to spend too much time, and I'd feel bad if I never finished one, so... Yeah. I've still yet to do any of the eyes, so... I have to make sure to do that. Let me just see what's... Okay, I may as well just fuse this down to the lining layer. I don't remember why I made the second layer, but it's probably past that. Okay. Actually, yeah, the shoes should probably be a bit higher, so... You know, I didn't need to take my cocktail today. I feel like I'm able to speak without it, and it's kind of different, but kind of... I know it's, like, not great to depend on alcohol normally, but... Just sometimes I struggle to loosen up. But today hasn't been too bad, I don't think. You know, maybe I'm getting more confident, but... Or just I care less, but yeah. You know, I probably said this earlier, but... I wouldn't mind, like, trying to do another gaming stream before Wednesday. But I have no idea what time I would need to do that, so... You know, maybe later on Thursday, after the art stream on Thursday, like... You know, try to after dinner or something, but I'm not sure. I just want to play more Ori. Like, the Wednesday was really fun. But I'm not sure. You know, I haven't been feeling like I've been starving too much either, thanks to the heavier diet. I mean, I know I need to change it again, because there's no way that eating bacon grease potatoes is healthy, but, you know, it is filling, so. You know, part of me is wondering if I should add a pickled vegetable, something like, some sort of pickled vegetable to it. Like, I never had sauerkraut, but maybe something like that would work. Yeah, but yeah, I'm basically having potato mash, strips of bacon, and some cottage cheese, so it's been a very, very heavy diet meal. But it's also supposed to act as, like, basically two different meals. So, because I don't normally eat lunch, so it's basically more like a brunch than a breakfast. But, yeah. You know, maybe I can ask someone on from a certain Discord, because it's where all the exercise junkies are at. I'll have to see. Yeah, this bar definitely isn't the best drawn, but I need to move on, I guess. Okay. Alright. Yeah, this bar's like way off, so... yeah, that'll be fine. Like, I want it to look good, but it doesn't need to be perfect, I guess. If I was being paid for this, I'd be more careful, but I'm not, so... yeah, I'm not really comfortable with commissions. I know I should, like, try opening them again, because I do need, like, to make more money, but... I just don't know. Okay, let's just do these eyes. You know, I wonder how long this stream will take. I thank God for the pecan, you know? So, okay. Oh, this came out decent. Alright. You know, I haven't been playing many games in general. I used to be a lot more into, like, Final Fantasy XIV, but I've been having some more negative experiences and with people during duty support. So I don't think it's duty support, but basically on the roulettes. So I just have lost some motivation. Also, just like the need to grind out all the different class points. I really hate grinding the healing section too. But I feel like I need to, because, well, I don't necessarily need to, but, you know, I feel like I need to do more with it, because I want to do all the story stuff. Hold on, I need to check the YouTube. Oh, wow, it ended. Okay, let's go back to the top then. So, we're back to the usual playlist. I thought I'd start later into my big playlist, so you know, so we'd have different music. But, you know, we're back to familiar territory. Okay. I'm wondering if I should throw out the breakcore playlist on or the mini smaller playlist, because... sorry, I'm so bad at talking. Basically the breakcore mix, because I'm not that thrilled about most of the songs on there. Some of them are kind of a bit much for me, and the favorite one from that list is actually copyrighted. Like, I'm allowed to, like, post it on YouTube and stuff, and it hasn't affected me on Twitch, but, you know, if I need to, like, monetize or something, that's probably going to cause issues down the line, so... So, yeah. Okay, let's add some more thickness to here. Alright. Okay. So, let's start cutting this out. Okay. Man, it's hard. I can't lie, I'm a little tempted to go back into VOD and just make some of my OCs, but I know I shouldn't. I know I need to work on the other stuff. Like, it'd just be kind of fun to make my characters. You know, because I haven't really had the money to be into, like, BJDs like I used to. Honestly, I wasn't really making that much money before, but, you know, I definitely can't go around buying dolls at the current place. I'm sorry, the air keeps coming up. I'm not even drinking pop, man. It sucks. That's probably the 80 tons of bacon grease. Ah, shoot, I just dropped a bunch of water. Thankfully, just not on myself, or on the, I mean, just on myself, not on the tech, the very expensive tech. Anyways, I'm going to check the browser real quick again. It says, check out the stream status. Yeah. I think that hiccup in the, not even hiccup, more like a raging cough in the internet. My internet connection kind of screwed things over. Yeah, it sucked. Anyways, I guess I just can't complain too much. But yeah, I forgot I actually had this recording, so I should probably just keep going in case of that. Instead of like slamming my mouse over and over. Which that is a VOD exclusive, I'll have you know, so. In case anyone's curious of me seeing raging out. Yeah, I actually forgot to record my VOD on Wednesday, but I just downloaded it from Twitch, thankfully. I really need to get back to posting those. I don't know, I've just been kind of lazy about that. Anyways, so let's just get back to work, or try to focus on work. You know, it's almost hitting the 2-hour mark, so it's kind of crazy. You know, I don't know if I should do like simple shading for these chibis or not. It'd probably make them look a little nicer, but I have no idea. You know, part of me is kind of glad that I have the option to the paint bucket. You know, maybe I'll fill in this one before I get back to Dami's, because jumping from line art to line art is a little frustrating, so it's just one of my less than love steps in art. Part of the reason why I kind of do a lot of painting, I think. Digital painting now. But yeah, I'll probably get back to that either on Tuesday or Friday next week with the chrysalis. So there's that at least. Let's thicken this up. Oops, too far. Okay, you know, let's thicken the top of the head here. All right. Sorry, I'm just a little quieter now. I don't know what to talk about. I ran out of topics. I guess struggling with a little bit of struggles with the tracking. I know I should probably like lighten the space more. The problem is, while I do have a desk lamp, the light bulb I have is actually a daylight or cold light bulb, because, you know, I wanted to get a cool light. The problem is that's like really, really, really bright, and if I shine this directly in my face, I'm like pretty much sure that I'm going to go blind. I also wear glasses in real life, so yeah, it's probably messing with it partly. Anyways, get these little bits done, and I'm probably gonna make a dark sections here, there, because the ambient occlusion. Let's see. Mark this and these. You know, I think there's supposed to be a hand in front of those, so I might need a... thankfully it's on another layer, so let's go ahead and just, oops, guess that a general shape. Ugh. Crap, I don't know what to do. Yeah, these hands are very simplified. Don't really feel like doing anything too complicated with the hands today, so just big blocky shapes. Alright, so we can resolve this. This is overlapping, oops. Oh well. Not the biggest deal. Okay, we'll pull out the good old lasso tool and then just... And I can make it look a little less geometric in the second run. Is the thumb on the... Yeah, the thumb's on the wrong side. Oops. Yeah, so we're not going to do any thumbs. Ah, dang. Ah, drat. Oops. Gotta fix this. Shoot. Alright. Thankfully, ah. Stop. Okay. Yeah, I kept creating new lasso areas. Oh, damn it. Okay. So, you know, good enough. Then we just make some dark spots. Okay. And I'll just color these in. Honestly, should probably go over this area. Okay, so there. Ugh, my butt. No, not my butt. Stretch. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Okay. Ugh. Coffee's starting to get a little cold again, so I probably should hurry a bit. Hold on. Ah, damn it. Should I bother? Yeah, I can probably just do it. Okay. Oops. And we can erase more dish. Okay. Just gonna check my phone real quick. Okay. Yeah, that'll be fine. I'm still not sure if I should use Stripe or PayPal as a business vendor, because I've heard a lot of bad things about both. Seems like a lot of people are having trouble with both of these kind of things, so I'm a little worried. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and just have the eyebrows see through, maybe? Eyebrows, but not the eyes? Yeah, I'll be fine. Okay. Oops. Okay. Alright. Let's fill this in. Alright. Okay. We'll get there eventually. Okay, looks like it's mostly the hair, maybe. No, I still need to block out some of the bigger sections. Okay. Okay, let's get on with the big ponytails. And wait. Boom. 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 Okay. Yeah, it'll be good. Okay. And I'm just gonna start with a thick brush, I think. Yeah, let's just start with a thick brush. Okay. And have this, yeah, have this flow all the way through here. All right. Okay. You know, I'm fine with the little imperfection here. Okay. So let's get this little bit right here. Mark out the top. I want this to be a bit thicker. Okay. That should work. And okay, and we can do this top section here. Make it smaller for control. Oops, I realized that's way too close. We should probably just have it bigger, I guess. All right. All right, I got this. Okay. Now it's time to start deleting things. Oh, starting to get a little bit tired. All right. All right. You know, this is probably the first time in a while in a foreign art stream where I passed the 2-hour mark, so yippee, I guess. I mean, I do have a goal that I want to complete, so I imagine that plays a big role. Let's delete these sections. Okay. The dumbbells are supposed to hit there, so yeah. I am feeling a little bit tired. It's the problem. All right. Okay. It's starting to get kind of cold. It's probably hurrying my butt up. Okay. You know, I cleaned out my personal shelf, food shelf recently, and I found a lot of my like little squeezy thingies. I forgot what they're called, but they're meant to like flavor your water, and I got a couple of them that's supposed to help with hydration, so I should probably remember to get that. Like, they taste okay, but I was thinking I just needed to drink more water, so I got those to, you know, replace pop, I guess. Okay, let's get these thinner bits. Hold on. Alright. Thought that'd be a little more interesting. Okay. Alright. I also gotta look into Unity, using Unity for my VOD model. But I'm not sure yet, because I'm still in a part where I like making little adjustments. Like, if you saw my stream from earlier this week, the gaming stream, you noticed that my eyes looked a little bit bigger. And I tried to change the neutral expression for my character, because, you know, I noticed that the little model showcase that I had looked a bit nicer than, or at least looked kind of prettier than what I had. So, sorry, I'm so bad at speaking. I thought it looked nicer with the eyes being a little more squeezed, a little more, a little bit smaller looking, I guess. Technically, I'm squinting a bit more. It's also a mix of the original neutral expression, the sad expression, and the joy expression. So I thought yeah, so I thought the expression was, oh my god. Ugh. I wonder if I should look up a way to reduce gas. Yeah, it just sounds so gross. I don't like it. Oh, okay. You know, let's thicken the eye right here. Let's go back up here because I still need to get this little line right here. Then I should be done with the ponytails. And I get to jump out to the... I mean, I still have some more detail to worry about. So erase this, merge, erase this. I wonder if I should take another break soon. Yeah, I just feel like I might need a break. Okay, let's just fill in this area first. I think it's good for overlapping, so... Or it's less overlapping, I mean. I'm just gonna... So I'll just merge that and then make the outer line of the shoes a bit thicker. Okay. So the actual overlap sections, I don't need to worry about too much. I should probably thicken the chest area right here, though. Then move on to the dumbbells. Oops. Okay. My head's hurting a little bit, I'm sorry. Sorry, I just had another phone notification. It's nothing important though, just you spam from YouTube. I wish it didn't like send me so much crap. Okay. We can fill this up. I'm just gonna keep the dumbbells here simple for my sanity. All right. Okay. All right. This needs to be a bit flat. This needs to be a bit flatter, I think. Yeah, just let it be a little wonky. It's style. We'll just say it's style, you know? Still have some coffee. I need to drink that. Ugh. Wasn't very pleasant. Not at all. Okay. Okay, let's drink some more water. Oops. It's a little bit that needs to be erased. Shoot. Nope. Shoot. Dang it. Yeah. Okay. So let's get this area. Oops. Okay. Mark this, give a little indication that the can mess with more broken lines here, I guess. Alright. Oops. At least within the dumbbell. But okay. Just leaning in. Alright. So let's start adding more detail, I guess. Can do this. And just have really thick lines, I guess. See how that works. Oops. That's going to be a little tough. Okay. Alright. Okay, so do this. That's too thick in that section, I think. Alright. Alright. That's still too thick. Okay, we're pulling out the heavy soon. Pulling out the tool. No. Okay. Here. And here. Okay. Now we'll try to smooth this out a bit. So. There. No, it still looks shit. Yeah, the main reason I don't normally use this tool for line art is these little bumps. Okay. Alright. Man. Okay, we can draw this out. Okay. There. Alright. And fill this in. Yep. Okay. Okay. Just fill this in right now. It's probably not how I wanted this line to look, but yeah, I can just erase it if I don't like it. Okay. Let's fill this in. Okay. Okay. I think this line here could be a little bit sharper, slash smoother. Yeah, the baby's like snoring away back there. Sorry, I just looked back and noticed my model's all wonky. But yeah, I just turned my head to look at the Candy, because Candy is snoozing away, and you can hear her little snores. It's very cute. Okay, so we keep going on. Alright, I'm just gonna start using the lasso tool because I'm getting a little bit impatient. Concentration. Alright. Okay. Double tap, so to fill things in. Okay. And let's delete this little hanging area. Okay, so fill this in. Now you know what, I'll use the polygon lasso tool. It'll just make things easier. Alright. Okay. Oops, I didn't want to hit that. And keep going. going. Alright. Nope. Also, no more news on the gardening for a while. You know, I do have to wait until like May to actually plant things, so normally might be able to get away with it for the brassicas, but I don't know. I don't even know if the garden center's open yet. But anyways. Yeah, so I'm just gonna thin this area down a bit. There, and that should be fine. So let's go to the line art. You just delete everything that's in here. Delete. Okay. Honestly, just delete this line right here too. It's not, doesn't look very good. Delete. I'll just take. Oh, just that's too thin. Thicker. Yeah, it should work. Okay. Take this and just there. Okay, so now I have to do the next one. You know, I think I'm just gonna take my break. I wanted to wait until I finish this line art, but I feel like it's gonna take a little while to get there. Hold on. Yeah, just speed this one. So I'll go ahead and save, and I'll just take a restroom break, I guess. So yeah, I'll be back soon. Alright. Alright, I'm back. I just had a banana, so I'm feeling a little bit better. Alright, just let me put my glove back on. So, back to the art window. Hello, hello. I'm back. Yippee! Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to tone it down with the high-pitched voice, because since I'm not using my little chibi. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not using my little chibi right now, so I'll probably have to tone the little cutesy voice down. It's one thing if you look like a little gumdrop, it's not as cute when I look like this, so. Hello, it's me! Yeah, that voice. So, I still want to use my little PNG guy, so maybe over Discord I can have him. Yeah, so as some of you might guess, or I might have mentioned, the V-Roid model wasn't really planned. In the past, I'd never had that much interest in doing V-Roid, but I just kind of felt like doing something new. And then, boom, I'm now a VTuber. Meanwhile, my Live 2D model still waits patiently. The car payment that I had to do recently, it still kind of killed my mood. Because I was planning on buying the actual program, but might have to wait a little bit until I can recover financially. Not that I was really going all that fast anyway, so might not even be that big of a deal, but I guess having both 3D and 2D is always isn't too bad. Okay. Okay, and keep going. Speaking of the V-Roid model and making adjustments to the outfit, I have no idea how I'm going to do that. It's just the thing I'm worried about. Because I'm probably going to have to still adjust the actual outfit, because I don't know if I can make it work. But, maybe if I just look at other people's videos and see how they handle it, I could take inspiration from them or something. Okay. Okay. Alright. There's usually a thing that stops the dumbbells from going further, but I'm not going to draw that because I don't feel like it. Boom. Okay. Just add a little more black to this. Oops. Wait, hold on a minute. This right here is still kind of messy. Let's fix that. Alright, and then I can just pull out this and do. Okay. So let's start erasing some of these areas. Alright. Also, I want to add some more. Make these a little thicker. Wrong brush. Use good old G pen right here. My god. Back up, back up. Whoosh. Okay. Maybe I need to save that dummy chibi for the next stream. Because, yeah, I don't think I have the endurance to keep going on for too much longer. Yeah, sorry, Dami, if you're seeing this. I'll finish it. Just just a bit later. Because I do feel like my voice is getting kind of tired, and this is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. Alright, hold on. Curse this line art. Curse the line art. Alright. So I still need to do these little diamonds and the glasses and the stripes and oh my god. Okay. Okay. You know what? Let's add another thing here. Okay. And I need to set up another layer. I'll just make the bar seem weirdly thick. Okay. Yeah, right here. Okay. We're getting there, everyone. We're getting there. Right, just merge them all back down. So let's do these pants details. Okay. It's not thick enough. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm getting really quiet now. Just losing energy. Okay. So the next one. Fill this in. All right. And one last bit. Okay. All right. I need to check the reference again. Okay. I'm just wondering if I should do the bother with it, or I'll just deal with it. It's not too detailed. It's just it is supposed to be blue. Okay, I'm getting there, guys. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah. Okay. Just glasses. Glasses. Okay. Alright. Damn it. Okay. You know, it doesn't need to be perfect. Doesn't need to be perfect. Okay. Alright. Okay. Getting there. We're getting there. Getting there. Ah, shit. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Lining. Let's go ahead and erase this stuff. All right. Okay. We can do the little middle section for the glasses. Realize I don't know what that's called. Glasses bridge or something, I don't know. Okay. Got this bit. So, get this, this, this. Alright. Alright. Okay. Yay, I think we're done with the line art. That's... Woohoo! Maybe not. I just want to thicken this bit, maybe. No! I just noticed this, god damn it. Okay. You know what, just merge. Okay. It's not the end of the world. Oh, it's annoying though. Ah. Alright. You know what, I'll probably still try to work on the Dami Chibi. Just the Dami Chibi. Yeah, so. Just, I don't know if I can finish it though. Yeah, this little dude. Yeah, after I get this. Yeah, just make the line art thicker on these, the general body. Yeah. No, maybe just focus on thickening the upper part here. Like, I think I can get away with letting the bottom part be thinner, because to kind of imply perspective. Hold on. Shoop. Okay. Yeah, okay, I think this will be okay. We gotta save, and woohoo! Alright, let's just start filling this in. I need to check something real quick though, because I don't remember where I got the reference from. Sub goals. Alright. Here's let's see. Sorry, I'm just just gonna use the image that I taken as a reference. I kind of want to just use the, because I'm taking the colors direct. I tend to take colors directly from the one thing to the other, so. And I just want to be sure that I got the one with a name on it, so. Oops, damn, that's huge. That's a big piece. Yeah, so, it says, hold on. Veronic, ooh, if anyone's interested in finding who drew the reference image. It's actually not a reference image, but I'm using it as a reference image. You know what, I'll write their name in big red letters. Yes, please. Just in case they mind. Veronic. Let's... Ooh. Okay. And that, I'll just name that the ref. Okay. I need to put this behind everything else though, because it's in the way. I just need to yoink the colors from here. Okay, so let's make this the reference layer. And we can pull out their little paint bucket friend. And let's get these pants colors first. So, boop, 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 and a boop. Boop, and a boop, and a boop. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. Color in these shoes. You know what, I'll see if I can deal with it later. Need to clean up this little bit right here. And hold on, let me get back to OBS. Okay, so no, important to credit other artist. So those soles are stronger blue, and use this. Oops, forgot to fill that in. And the top of the shoes are also supposed to be this strong blue, so I'm just gonna, quickly color this as that. Okay. Just do it by hand, because Why not? Boop. Shoop. Okay. And I'm not going to bother with the gold bits just because I don't really feel like it. Okay. There's a lot of little crunchies over here. Gotta clean these up. Alright. Okay, so this... maybe make the center a little thicker right here. Okay. That should be fine for that, so... Let's get this silver bit. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh, no, shoot. I see it. Got some more crunchy bits, so... Alright. These are supposed to be really shiny from the looks of it, but... I'm probably just gonna... I actually think I'm gonna keep the colors a little bit simple for here. Alright. Fill this in, fill this in. Okay. 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 Yeah, so little exercise pants. And let's get the skin color. Not sure which one of these are closer. Hold on, just let me go to Discord and I'll see some more art. Okay, let's look at YouTube. I think it might be the paler color. Okay, so... Okay. Alright. Yeah, I guess it's pretty pale. Yeah, I'll just use the color that was actually given to me. Maybe. I'm sorry, I'm just not entirely sure about this, because, I don't know, I guess maybe misremembering things. Yeah, I just thought it was slightly darker. And that's just lighting, but who knows. I'll warm it up a bit, though. Because I guess my brain just remembers the skin being really warm. You know, like there's someone that goes outside. Okay. Oops. Hold on. Yeah, I gotta do it like this. Yeah, I'll just start with the skin. You know, I'll go a little bit over, so when I go over it with the blue, it won't be an issue. So let's get this in. Alright. And I'm probably gonna have to make a clipping mask real quick, because oh my god. Yeah, I'm sorry, might need another short break just to grab some water, but you know, I'll wait until I finish this a bit more. Or, you know, alright. Okay. You know what? I think I originally gave them little, you know, those little marks, but I realized with all these details, it's probably better if I just leave it. Okay. Let's just blend it out a bit. Oops. Okay. You know what? Let's just jump to the soft brush. Okay. And you know, I can add some color to the tips of our ears. Okay, and we just lighten this a lot to where it looks more natural. Then boom. Okay. And I missed this bit, so I'll just go ahead and fill that in. Okay. Oh yes, and this neck. And I'm gonna darken it just because. Oh, where it is? Okay. Just kind of imply there's some shading there. Sorry, just checking up on something. Yeah, nothing important. Okay. So let's get this stuff. Gonna continue on. Okay. Let's get more of this blue color for the top. And oh yeah, it's right there. Okay. And I'll just make these middle straps the same shade as the shoes. You know, with how heavily this has been simplified, I probably don't need to worry about this. Okay. And there. Clean that up. Oh yeah, and I still need to do this area. And oh wow, that needs a lot of cleaning. Alright. Let's see. Oh my god. So many crunchies. Okay. Let's check. I think, oh, missed a bit. I think I need to have that right here, there, so. Okay, so let's just fill in this dumbbell real quick. I'll use the same silver here. Just checking real quick. More crunchies. Hold on. Also, this area is not as dark as it's supposed to. I missed a bit in the line art. Oh, thanks. Hey, Pop to Star. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that you like it. You know, I spent a few days on it, so but, you know, glad to see you're here. How's your day going? Right now I'm doing some fan art of a couple of streamers I watch, so basically doing little chibis of them. You know, just trying to get back into the flow of actually drawing, because I've just been off lately. And just to let you know, this is, the person who drew this is, their name's down there, just because, you know, I just kind of took someone's rough. This needs to be later, I think. Okay. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that people know the name. It's gotta, you know, gotta credit the artist. Okay, let's take these gold bits and shade them in. Yeah, I'll just go with this bright orange. Okay. By the way, the person I'm drawing is Verdian K, who's another Verdian I found. So, oh, that's good to hear about your day. Has anything exciting happened, or has it just been a pretty simple day? Okay, let's make a new layer. And I'll just block in the... No! Damn it. Okay, sorry about that. My own day has been okay. I had a pretty big hiccup, or as I would like to say, a coughing fit with the Wi-Fi earlier, so that frustrated me a little bit, but nothing too bad has happened, so yeah. I'm not sure how long I'll keep going with the stream, but I do want to make more progress on the other chibi. And I see just the usual, so. Well, at least nothing terrible has been going on, or, you know, at least it's been mellow for you, but yeah. You know, I'm getting close to being done with this one. So, yeah. Sorry, I thought I saw some movement on the chat box. Yeah, that's probably fine. Hold on. This eyebrows might be a bit darker, so hold on. Okay. And let's see. Let's just make my own color real quick. And then I yoink this. And that would be for the eyebrows under the hair right here. Because I decided to just let the eyebrows be see-through. Even though that, god damn it, hold on. I decided to let the eyebrows be see-through because I prefer having the eyebrows be visible. So yeah. Are you drawing anything right now, or are you just chilling out? Oops, I should have used the paint bucket for that one. Okay, I'll just use my hands. Sorry, I'm just kind of trying to get this done. Alright, let's start fixing some of these crunchies. Alright. And take this. Yeah, I'm doing this on a separate layer at least, so try to make because I need to do a gradient. Okay, so let's see. Fill this in. Fill this in. Fill this in. I'm starting to get there. Okay. All right. By the way, I'm thinking about potentially making more outfits for this model. Like I think the one I came up with is cute, but I realized I can probably get something that's a bit closer to the original design. At least hopefully I can do that. Because oh my god. Originally I didn't think I could, but, I saw someone's, drawing or making their own model, and I realized I can probably build it up. Yeah, it's just that, I guess 3D modeling kind of freaks me out a little bit, so. Which is why I'm kind of nervous about doing more. Anyways. Gotta get all these little crunchies, so. Alright. Now I got this really bright cyan, so we got a clipping mat, and I'll pull out my concept paintbrush. So let's see. Okay, and I'll start. Oh no, I forgot a bit. Dang it. Okay, it's not a big deal. So, whoop. I gotta get close in. Oh, that filled in pretty nicely. Okay. Well, here. I forgot this bit too. Oh no. Okay, I filled that in. So, let's see. Yeah, I'll be okay, hopefully. Now back to the upper part. Let's try to put in more colors. So, yeah, so nothing too crazy outside of the connection error is really happened this stream. I've just kind of been doing these little chibis, little fan art bits. So, hopefully they'll like them. Yeah, it's taking a bit longer than I anticipated, so. But, yeah, I tried putting more effort into the line art. Now it's just been going on a lot longer than I intended. Anyways, so. Also just kind of, I guess, just complaining about the bad audio for my Wednesday stream, because I kind of messed that bit up. But I do want to do more gaming streams, because I did have like a lot of fun on Wednesday night. So, have you ever like played Ori in the Blind Forest? Because it's been around for a little while, but I guess you don't always hear about it, so. Just kind of wonder how many people know about it. I actually originally found it from a Let's Player long ago, but I didn't. So I already know about a lot of story elements. Plus, I played most of the game before, so you know, I'm trying to like act somewhat surprised, even though everyone knows that I already played the game. So yeah, you know, hopefully I can help get to playing the sequel sometimes. You know, originally I was going to play Stardew after the. And my hold on. Sorry, the YouTube auto pauses my playlist a lot. It kind of drives me nutty, but I have never heard or played of it. Oh, I see. It's a Metrovania platformer, and it has a really pretty art style to it. It's also just pretty fun. You play like this cute little creature, rodent-looking thing that named Ori, and you're supposed to like bring life back or help heal the forest. I think you should probably. I wouldn't hurt to check it out, maybe. I mean, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. Just kind of. It's just a really nice game. It's pretty fun too. Yeah, I was actually. I liked playing it a lot when I was back in high school, which is when I first played it. So yeah, just kind of just kind of want more people to know about the game. So it's got really good music too. So yeah, I at least have the comfort of knowing the music's good, because my mic was, or my actual voice was being washed out by the game audio, because I kind of messed up the audio pretty badly. But yeah, can't really say it isn't my fault, because it is my fault. It didn't occur to me to make the game audio softer, because I basically was using a new capture mode in OBS, and it had like separate game audio, but I never like brought it down like I did for the desktop audio. So, and I didn't think of testing it, so yeah. Sorry if I'm talking about the gaming too much. I just kind of wanted to bring it up. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I didn't do anything. Okay. I'm just gonna... Ah, that's what happened. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna merge this down. Because I try to fill in the tips of the eyelashes here. Alright, now I gotta do the eyes real quick. I'll just do the eyes. So, add a new layer, and okay, I think I know what the eye color here is. I need to pull away from the OBS real quick. Yeah, it's just blue, so probably like a similar color to the hair and everything, so I'll just fill that in. Yeah, I just want to make sure I got right, because eyes are kind of swollen that bit, so let's see. I can have the teal be the lighter one, and I'll make this a little closer to this bit. So, you know, let's make a clipping mask for it, and oops, yeah, and I'll just get my concept art paintbrush out and then start coloring this in. Also, I'm gonna try getting back to digital painting soon, because I've been kind of distracted by other projects. Yeah, I'm gonna do that chrysalis that I showed a while back sometime next week. I don't know if it's gonna be Tuesday or Friday, but you know, I figure it's a good time to get back into the flow. So, yeah. Just thought I'd let you know. Alright, so let's fill this in. Or, I mean, blend this out. I mean, yeah. Alright, and then blend it out further with a smooth watercolor brush. Okay. I might do a few more rewrite streams once I finish the painting too, because I think I might mess with it again. As I might, yeah, I think I already said before, I want to make more outfits. So I'll probably do the planning out for that. Of course, I have to do multiple captures for that, I think, so people can see between the different programs. Because I know I have to jump between clip and that. Okay, so let's get those good old highlights out. Let's see. How about I do the main, well, you know, the main highlight could be this greenish color. Okay, I'll start as the basic, but yeah, so sorry, I'm just kind of thinking. Okay. Yeah, the main highlight can start off as green, and then I'll go to actual white, and I'll pull out the tournament pen. I'll just do it with a strong color. Yeah. Okay, I'll take this green again, and then I'll make one of the little marks green, and then I'll use the gold color, and that can be the other little mark. So, yeah, okay. So, we're getting there. Now I need to do these little triangles. And oh no, there's a mole. I'll have to do that pretty soon. Okay. First off, I'll just fill that in. Then we boop, and then just do these. And now I'll clean this up because it's a little bit messy. Okay. Went a little bit over, and I'm gonna need to. Oops. Gonna need to clean up this line art a bit. Okay, slide to the other side. And okay, so fill. Alright, so we're getting there. Alright. Okay, and this center one should probably be the lighter color. And oops. Alright. Yeah, so we're getting there, Woohoo! Alright, so and let's just fold this in. Sorry, I misclicked, but I hit the line art, so ended up being okay. You know, I think that might be everything. Oh, no, not everything. Forgot this little section here. Okay. You know, I'm just looking over. Oh yeah, the mole. Okay, you know what? Her head's looking away, so I probably don't need that mole. Anyways. Not sure what the background color will be quite yet. You know, I'm not sure if I want to add some basic shading or not, but you know, I need to stop this one pretty soon, or take a break from it, I mean. So let's just blur. Okay. Thin it out, and then merge, make a clipping mask. Okay. What should my line art color be? Maybe I can do red-orange. Hold on. Okay, change the paint tool setting. Maybe a little bit redder. Okay. Maybe saturated. Okay, maybe too red. Let's go back to orangey. I probably just need the orange to be more saturated. Okay. Yeah, and then bring it down a lot. Alright, this looks kind of nice. Yeah, so let's just save this, and let's start this. Work on the other chibi a little bit. You know, I meant to do I was hoping to do 2 different chibis today, but I ended up overestimating myself, I think. So, hold on. But yeah, I still plan to do this one. Okay. Maybe. You know what, I'll probably do it off stream, because... Yeah, I still want to get the fan art out. It's just kind of... I realize I'm nearing 3 hours, and I'm probably going to regret it if I go too long. Because I guess my throat is getting a little bit tired. But... yeah. Okay, how about like a purpley color for the background? Okay, it's a little too tense. Hold on. Grayer. Okay, lighter. Yeah, I don't know what the ideal color would be. Not sure if I just want to do blue, but there's already like a ton of blue in this character. Oops. Too dark. Yeah, this might be okay. Maybe like brighten the liner up again. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm just gonna finish this chibi, and then I'll do our other person sometime later. Because I honestly don't think I can handle much more. Alright. So let's darken this. And we can lighten this a bit. Let's... oh, it's multiply, of course it... alright. You know what, let's just... Alright. How about I add something to the... You know, make it look a little more special. Alright, let's see. Let's see, spray. Maybe we can try expanding this a bit. Make it more interesting. Oh my gosh. Need to zoom out? Okay. Oh no. Let me check the stream health. I mean, it says my connection's okay, so... I don't know if it's my end. Sorry about that, to hear about that. But yeah, I mean, it says that my end's okay, or the connection's excellent right now, so... Of course I can try... resetting this. Okay. Oops. Yes, yeah, sorry about the buffering. I don't think it's my end, though. So... I don't think there's anything I can really do about that. Okay. Okay. Can I do this overlay, or... Oh, that's cool. Might be a cool look. Okay. Let me look for basic. Alright. No, I hope things starts working better for you again. Okay. Oops. No. You know, I think I need to just turn this in. Yeah. Okay. Need to grow this a lot. You know, there's probably a better option for that, but oh well. Yeah, so I'll do these little things. And try to make it gold. Okay, so let's try this. Alright, tone it down maybe. And then merge it. And I'll kind of... Hopefully this isn't too much, but... Try to... Yeah, I don't necessarily want the background to be too nutty, but... Alright. So I'm just gonna... Okay, I think I'll add some more yellowy bits. Maybe make it later. Yeah. But okay. And I'll just add some decorative marks here. And I can get more of the cyan. Okay. Oh, my butt. Oh my god. Sorry, am I getting a little sore? Sorry, I need to stretch. Oh my god. You know, I think this is probably okay as a flat. Or... So, probably leave it as is. Yeah. I'm gonna desaturate this section more though. Okay. So I probably should just say this. The stream's probably gonna end up sort of soon. So just a warning, because I'm getting a little bit low on energy. Once I just get this stuff ready. Okay. Actually, an idea just occurred to me. Well, I guess a couple ideas. Like, I think I want to add a white border under with the character, so... Alright. Okay, so... VK has a layer. Are things getting better on your end, Baptistar, or are they still buffering? Oh no. That's this one. Probably. Wonder if they left. Okay. Let's see. So I'm just gonna... Oh yeah, that's pretty simple. Okay. Make the edges a lot thicker. Okay. Yeah, this pops out nicely. Alright, and then I'll... Okay, that's good to hear. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I was just kind of worried about leaving you on a randomly because I'm almost done, so I'm just kind of adding some details to hopefully make things look more interesting. Nope. I'm gonna make the lower bit darker just because to kind of indicate it's a little further away, I think. So have it be a really subtle shadow, maybe. Yeah, so let's see. Maybe I just keep adding stuff, more and more stuff. You know, we'll get there eventually. I think I need to erase some of these speckles, though. There's a lot there. Let's see. Have to make more lines. Okay. Then find the speckle layers. I have not been naming my layers, so it might take a little while to figure. Yeah, it might take a bit to. Oh, no. Crap, where's the gold? Right there, okay. Just been a bit lazy with these. Nope, that's not what I want. Alright, take the hard airbrush and just kind of start removing some of these. Okay. Yeah, I think that's looking a little bit better. Okay. Oh yeah, my name, so. Let me just find my Rodes logo. Yeah, I tried making a actual logo for myself, but I didn't work out, so I just had my name, I guess, as a logo. There. I'd probably do with this, shrinking this a bit. No! Hold on. Okay, there. Yeah, just shove it in this corner. Sorry, I'm just gonna... No, I want to do it later. Okay, oops. Alright. Hold on. I'll make this a lighter shade of purple. Maybe a wee bit later. Okay. Okay. Doesn't need to stand out too much, but... Alright. And I'll just, do another vignette. So... Hold on. Actually make it soft. It's under the name, though. Okay. There. Kind of got a little chaotic, but it looks fun, so yeah, I'll go with this. May as well save it and save it as a PNG. Alright, so yeah, I think I'll just be, I'll try the next chibi either later tonight or next stream. I'm not sure what exactly I'm going to do, but you know. So anyway, thank you for coming, and I hope the rest of your day goes well. I do think it's time for me to call it quits. It's been 3 hours, so, you know, have a good day. So let's pop back to chatting. And my internet is funky. I mean, my chat box. Oh no. Hold on. Oh no. Stream elements. I don't know how that happened, but I'll deal with it later. So, again, I hope your day goes well, and hope the weather is well too, I guess. You know, I like to point out, you know, I stream Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Fridays, so yeah. Sorry, I just remembered. I'm gonna find someone to raid real quick. So, oh, and thank you. Yeah, I appreciate. But yeah. Sorry, I'm just kind of trying to find another art streamer to raid, but boy. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out who to raid. I don't see anyone. I don't see any familiar art streamers, so maybe I'm just gonna peek at this person. Maybe. I don't know. I'm a little worried about going into random things.
Actually, kind of a bump. I like.
Very important to me.
Oh, this person has some nice art. I think I looked at their stuff before, so yeah. Let's. I mean, I never talked to them. I don't think, but might be worth giving them a raid. So let me just copy and paste their name real quick. But yeah, I hope the rest of your day goes well. So, hold on. / rate. Sorry, I'm just kind of not very good at rating, but. Oh. This channel has a follower on it. Maybe not. Sorry, that's. You know, I think I'm just gonna end the stream today. So sorry, that's a little lame, but. Yeah, I just figured may as well. So, again, hope the day goes well and have a good night. And, no, there.